Hi everybody, I'm Robin and these are my reflections. And today we're going to take a look at the Tarot of Prague. Now, this is a Baba Studios deck and they have reprinted this one, and I believe this is their last printing. There are still some available. I took a look at the site before I decided to make this video. I just wanted to let people see this one. If you're interested and you've never seen it before, this is a very beautiful deck. I was like, I've never had this or even really looked at it. I really only purchased it out of with Baba Studios. Lately, I've just been getting all the decks because I have found that it cost me less money to pre-order these and then see if I like them or not than to wait, because the price goes up. And not only that, they go out of print and then you're paying triple the price for them. So it's like I just been getting them. Like I just been getting them all. I think there's two more coming, and I'll be getting those. So I just will get them, and then if I don't like them, I'll rehome them. And that's what I haven't had any yet that I've rehomed, but I don't know. Bohemian Gothic might be one. I haven't really looked at it that well yet. But this one is the Tarot of Prague. I opened this up and was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. I see why they reprinted it. I see why so many people wanted it. So let's take a look. This is the box that it came in. I took my cards out of this box. I do not like these boxes. They're kind of a pain. And I don't even use them. I literally just leave them in the closet. They're really pretty, like just as a box, but to hold my tarot cards, they make a problem for me because they're kind of rough on the inside, and I think they're a little rough on the edges of the cards because the deck is pretty tight in there once you get it in. And then also, you can't, it's hard to get them out because this doesn't open all the way. So for me, this would be a project. I would need to I would have to get out a glue gun, and because like this is rough right here, that's going to tear my cards. Cards are paper, right? So yeah, I would probably need to line this whole box with silk using a glue gun. And then I would also add a ribbon, a nice thick ribbon, so I could get the cards out easily because I can't open this all the way to like, it's just, I wish they would offer an option for either box, because I think that they definitely order them. I'm pretty sure that I saw them say they order them separately, because I remember seeing an email saying the boxes are here, but we're waiting on the cards. You know what I mean? So I think that it would be nice if they would offer either option. That would be cool. When I pre-order it, they give me a discount on a bag, so I always get one that matches, and this is the one that I got for this one. And the book as well, I got that. So let's take a look. They always send all these extra cards. I said I was going to try to make a little oracle deck with all these extra cards. I need to find all of the ones that because there's like some in here, and then I have more. Actually, I think I wanted to keep these for bookmarks in here, but I have like from all the decks, I have like I would say probably like enough to make an oracle deck. So I was thinking I might put them all together. All right, so in the beginning, it talks about what the revised editions, like what's changed. It says, I originally wrote this introduction in 2016, but as the new 2024 edition is very little changed, I thought it was still appropriate and interesting to include it here. I've edited it just a little for reasons of space and clarity. Okay, so that's cool. The Tarot of Prague. Prague is a dear mother with sharp claws. She never lets you go. Franz Kafka. I can see that. I've never been to Prague, but looking at this deck, I was like, it's fiery, it's energetic. I can definitely see it having sharp claws, and I am into it. I'm into it. I was like, I might like Prague. I've never been there. I don't know. I don't know if I would like it at all. In addition to the historical elements from the art and architecture, she's used elements from playing cards. The deck that she's chosen is a traditional one with 32 cards divided into four suits, and it's commonly used through Bohemia to play a variety of card games. And it's interesting that the fortune telling cards also tend to use 32 card packs. So it's probable that just as the old 78 card Taroki Games deck evolved into the modern 78 card Occult Tarot, the Bohemian decks may also have evolved into a divination tool. Okay, so she's chosen graphics from some of the older cards. This is a full tarot deck though, so it's not a playing card deck. And I do have if you're interested in the Bohemian cards, I have a walkthrough of those because I got those a year ago, maybe now. I'll put it up here in the cards for you. And if I forget, you can check my Oracle walkthroughs, or it might be in my Lenormand walkthrough. I'll try to remember to put it in the cards for you. So it talks about the city. These guidebooks are always so interesting. Ghosts and Hauntings, Dr. Faust, and Devilish Pacts. Ooh. Then it goes into the cards. So I get 24 pages of interesting preamble. And then look at this. For each card, you get so many pages. This is 4 pages of writing. You get information about what's happening on the card, a short interpretation, a fuller interpretation, and then some sources. And then it talks about where she took the image from and all of that. And I think she does that for every card. Let's look in the minors. Okay. The minor arcana, the wands, court cards, more about the court cards. Page or princess. The Tarot of Prague was dedicated to make all 4 of the page cards rather androgynous visually, so that each can easily be read as either a young boy or a young girl, as you prefer. Okay. So here we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, they're shorter. They're definitely shorter than the majors. You still get a short interpretation, a fuller interpretation, and sources. 2 of Wands. Yeah. And let's see what it says for the court. Look at a court. All right. King of Cups. Same. Short, what's happening, short interpretation, fuller interpretation, and sources. So nothing new there. And then for each suit, you get information about each number of the cards and what she's showing in the suit. And then the court cards, some preamble about that. And then into the suits. This is a fantastic guidebook. If this was like the only deck somebody had, I think they'd be good to go. You know what I mean? So she's got a glossary in the back, a page for notes, a couple pages for notes, and then that's it. And it's a nice glossy cover. They hold up. The pages are glossy. Very nice guidebook. Very nice. So this is the little deck does come with a smaller guidebook, and I just keep it in with the cards, and just so you can see what's in it. You can see it's just some keywords and a little bit of information regarding anything she feels that people have to know to be able to use the deck is in this. So this is very much a little white book that comes with the deck. So you don't need to buy anything extra. All the pertinent stuff is in here. But if you want like that fleshed out version, like what you just saw, that's a separate purchase. But I think worth it. And then you have the Tarot of Prague. This is the title card, and these are foiled. So they have this cold stamping on the fronts and the backs. This back is amazing. It's so good. I don't know what the other backs were, but I love this back. Oh my goodness. It's probably my favorite of all of the decks that I have from them so far. This is my favorite of back so far. I'm still looking to pick up the Alice Tarot and the Cat one, so we will see. So they are very RWS. So they're easy here, so you can see the stamping. I'm not going to do it for all of them, but I'll try to do it for all the majors. I think that the stamping on this one is easier on my eyes than the other cards. I'm not having any trouble seeing anything. Nothing looks distorted. The colors are so bright and vibrant in this deck. It feels so fiery and energetic. It's definitely a lot of different styles of art, a lot of different time periods that they pulled the cards from, and different places. And I get that. Like the backgrounds are obviously photographs, collaged in of places in Prague, and then the foregrounds are probably painters and things like that. But I think that they're gorgeous, and I don't mind a mixed deck like this. I don't mind decks with multiple artists. I have many. So, and I think if for anybody who likes like classical art decks, this one is a classical collage art, but this one is not that classic. That looks almost deco, right? So I think, it's a mix, but for anybody who has these types of decks, most of them, most of them try to keep to one time period. This one definitely jumps around. So just so you're aware of that. The Hanged Man. Look at this. So cool. It's so cool. There's so much to see in these cards. I have so much still that I want to look at. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where was that death card? Oh, there's two. Let me see. Oh, but I like them both. Oh, decisions. I don't know. I can't decide right now. I like them both. Here's Temperance. Look at this Temperance card. This might be like my favorite of all of the Temperance cards um in my decks like this. Look at the foiling on that. Oh, it's really well done. On this one. I have the Victorian Romantic. It's a little heavy handed on the foiling. I don't mind it because I like shiny shit, but I get why some people may not like it. The Victorian Gothic, no, the Bohemian Gothic is very heavy handed on the foiling. Sometimes that one does bother me, but this one I think is perfect. I really do. I think it's perfect. So we get a virtue here, prudence, and then into the minors, and like they said, they labeled them kind of like the playing cards. So we've got the Ace of Wands, our Two of Wands, the Three, and you can see that the stances of the people and the feel of the scene is very RWS. Like you can see people fighting here, and this looks like people dancing and celebrating. So it's very RWS in that way, but different. This is the Six of Wands. You got a guy on a horse, riding in. But look who he's riding into. Look at these statues in the background. I love this. I can't wait to read the book. I don't know when I'll work with it because I want to read the book, but I think this is going to be like a winter deck for me. These sorts of decks tend to be. So I have a little time to read the book. It kind of reminds me of like, there's a lot to look at, and it reminds me of the Spirit Keepers Tarot in that way, where there's so much to look at, even in the backgrounds, you know, and the different layers. I mean, it's different for sure, but the layers. I'm excited. I'm very excited to have this. I'm so glad I picked it up. I wasn't sure. And I was like, I don't know. And after the Bohemian Gothic let down, I almost didn't get this, but I'm so glad that I did too. And they are still available. So if you see it and you're like, oh, I'm interested, they're pricey now. Look at that. It's so gorgeous. But if you can swing it, it's worth it to take a look and pick it up now than to wait, because they will be triple the price once they go out of print. You can believe that. So if you want it. Now, if you're just like, oh, I'm happy to look at it here, that's cool too. You know what I mean? I get you, because I know that's how I was with the Bohemian Gothic for a long time. Look at this. Oh, it's so rich and so beautiful. I love this one. Look at this page props. So instead of the fish, we have like a whole being coming out to offer the inspiration here. I love it. And the pages are sort of gender neutral. The knights as well, I think. Queens and kings definitely are not. The Ace of Swords. And the Two of Swords. And if I'm going too quickly, I do have to. I'm kind of in a rush because I have to get back. I'm cooking dinner and I have stuff on the stove, but I wanted to do this really quickly. And if I'm going too fast, you can slow it down, and you can like change the settings. Ugh, it's so good. I don't like this one that much. I don't like this one that much. It feels a little out of place, but that's okay. For the Five of Wands, it works. But I mean, Five of Swords, it works. But the style of art and the fantasy element of it just feels a little out of place to me because I've been seeing all these like people and places and it feels so grounded in reality and then there's like a dragon, kind of threw me when I saw that one, but that's okay. I don't have to love them all. I didn't think I could like a deck more from them than the Victorian Romantic, but I think I like this one better. I love the Victorian Romantic, don't get me wrong. So that's saying something that I like this one better because that means that they're both like I love them both, you know. One is glowing, that sun coming in, and then it like glows. I don't know if you can, oh, you can't see, but it glows. So beautiful. The light on this, it's stunning. Ugh, just even the light coming in on the cobblestones. Ugh. I can't wait to start using it. I was going to keep it in order so I can read the book, but you know how that goes. I doubt it'll happen. I don't know if I'll have time to read that book anytime soon, so just probably shuffle it and use it. And then I'll just put it back in order when it's time to read the book. And the book has images in it, so I don't really need the cards to be in order. Look at this one. She's holding this baby. There's snow on the baby. This is so evocative. I don't know if you can. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, it's not as heavy handed as the other deck, so it's harder to catch it. But and that's good because to my naked eye, it doesn't get in my way at all. It just looks like a nice sheen, when I tip it. That's my opinion of it. Look, this page is pretty feminine, I think, in my opinion. I don't know. You can watch. I definitely watch some other walkthroughs and see what people think about this foiling. But to my eyes, but then I do wear glasses and I have eyesight issues, so might not want to take my word for it. But look at the gold on this. Oh, fantastic. Beautiful backs up close. Take a closer look at these backs. I'm sure it says in the guidebook what's written around the edge. I can't wait to read about it. Yes, 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 and yes. Let's see. Same. So it is reversible. All right. That's it. Let's pick a card. I shuffled in the extra death card, so I'll have to get back to that. You can see that there's no edging on these cards, and they are slightly larger than tarot. I kind of wish they would edge these. I don't think it costs that much extra money. I mean, they already charge an arm and a leg for them. Does anybody else feel that way, or is it just me? Okay, here's a normal tarot size card. So they are slightly larger. Yeah, they run a little bit big. If you have like the Ethereal Visions Tarot and Ethereal Visions Luna, that's about how big. If you have like any of the Angie Solon's Oracle decks, they're around the same size. So they are slightly larger, about the height of a Hay House Oracle, and a little bit more narrow. This is how I shuffle them. The cards are fairly thin though, so maybe a foiling might have made them harder to shuffle, or I don't know. Maybe it's the type of paper. Maybe it's hard to foil. I don't know. So let's read one of these. Which one? For the Eight of Coins. Let's read for the Eight of Coins. We'll read out of this book first. This is the one that comes with the deck. All right. So there's a section on Pentacles where it talks about the energy of the suit, and then for the eight. Keywords: apprenticeship, learning a craft, learning a skill, the rewards of hard work, satisfaction, and a job well done. And so that is, look at the little people working on the different little levels. It's like a little video game. Super cute. So if you get the big book, this is the write-up. I'm just going to, you can take a screenshot and read that if you'd like. I'm just going to read this first section here. Okay, so it says the card shows a wrought iron balcony high above the town on which tradespeople are shown a blacksmith, a baker, a knife sharpener, and a lady who is perhaps a seamstress. In the center is a very decorative dark face surrounded by golden rays, which can be seen as a stylized depiction of the black sun, an alchemical symbol. Work, work, work. It can be hard going, but once you've achieved a high level of skill and knowledge, it will be worth it. Keep going, focus on what you're doing, pay attention to it, and be patient. And when you are qualified, you'll be proud that you stuck it out, and you'll take a real pride and pleasure in realizing how much you are capable of. So it does say down here in the fuller interpretation, it mentions about that black sun that it talks about in the shorter interpretation, or up here where it was talking about the card images, because I was wondering, and I was like, I looked in the glossary and it didn't say anything back there, but it does say it down here. It says the presence of the symbol here stands for a more down to earth type of transformation that brought about by the skill of the artisan who can transform ordinary materials into something both useful and beautiful. Perhaps it also stands for the transformation of the apprentice into a master or mistress of their chosen craft or profession. So the alchemical symbol of the black sun stands for transformation and alchemy. So yeah, that's the guidebook. So, like I said, those big books are really worth it because she really explains anything you might have a question about in the imagery or with the occult, um, any occult references that she makes with the imagery and the collage and stuff like that. It's really great. So I like having those books on hand. Yeah, so this is the Tarot of Prague. Guys, let me know what you think of this. If you pick this up, are you loving this as much as I am? Because I freaking love this. And I was kind of shocked about it. Like, tell me what you think down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. Is this chariot in the Victorian Romantic? I feel like I've seen this chariot before in something. I don't know, but I feel like she's a collage artist, so if it's in there, it might just be like a piece of it. Maybe this piece was no. The chariot in the Victorian Romantic is no, it's not this. I remember it. So where have I seen this? Comment down below if you know where we've seen this, which deck this is in. This maybe not this part, but definitely this background and this. Maybe going the other way. I feel like it's been flipped going, traveling that way when normally it should be traveling that way. But either way, I feel like I've seen it before. Okay. It says it's from a fantastically decorative stuccoed and painted ceiling of the theological hall at the Strahov Library. And the room dates from 1671, but a local monk decorated the ceiling later in 1721. Okay. The background is a classic view of the whole Strahov Monastery building seen from the castle area. Okay, cool. It just gets cooler and cooler. I can't wait to read that book. I think I might read it sooner rather than later. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. This one is so pretty. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. I have lots of tarot walkthroughs, oracle walkthroughs. You can check my playlists for those. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.